The stadium itself, the ballpark, the beauty, the way they honored Roberto Clemente with thought, the outfield wall being 21 feet. Just that. There's so much more they did around the stadium. When you walk through, and we did tours of all sorts of stadiums when building Marlins Park, you can't walk 5 minutes in that stadium, in that ballpark, without saying, ooh, Roberto Clemente played here. Well, wouldn't you know it? They had on the outfield wall to the right of the foul pole, they had an ode, a plaque to Roberto Clemente. This year, that plaque was removed and it was replaced by an advertisement. It was an advertisement for Surfside. The internet got a hold of it. If you're watching this on davidsamsonpodcast.com, on YouTube, Nothing Personal with David Samson, YouTube, you can see a picture where the Roberto Clemente plaque was, the diamond plaque, and then where the advertising sign was, just on the fair side of the foul pole. It was removed for revenue. Absolutely standard. There are certain permanent things that you do to honor players, but if you have a company come in and say, hey, we want that real estate, we will pay you money for that real estate. It is your job to raise revenue for the team. That's what the Dodgers, Mets, Cubs want for the Pirates. It's what everybody complains about. Hey, you better increase your revenue so you can increase your payroll. So the Pirates said, we will take the business from Surfside. We will move the plaque and put the advertisement there. So far, so good. Except what they did is they forgot to tell anyone. They didn't get ahead of the story. They didn't speak to the Clemente family, who are notorious in baseball, might I add. Notorious for being, needy's the wrong word, wanting to be involved, wanting to be relevant. The Pirates have to know the way the Clemente family is. They have to know that you must talk to them. It would be the equivalent of unretiring Carl Barger's number, giving it to Logan Morrison, and ignoring the Barger family. If you know, you know. That's crazy. We did that. Unretiring a number. It's absurd, right? So the media gets hold of this picture. The fans go crazy, and the Pirates start with statements. I'm taking a breath. It's a Monday morning. Have we learned nothing in 1,251 episodes of Nothing Personal? Have we learned that you ought to be careful with your first statement, please? And you get your senior VP of communications to do the statement? Are you kidding that it's not the owner or the team president? Saturday comes and the VP of communications says, Roberto Clemente is more than a Hall of Fame player to us. His legacy helps define who we are as an organization. One would be hard-pressed to find a franchise that pays tribute to one of their historically great players more than the Pittsburgh Pirates do of Roberto Clemente, and rightfully so. Each and every day, we proudly honor and celebrate Clemente, the person, the player, the humanitarian, in and around the ballpark, as well as through charitable endeavors. 20-foot high wall, 21 feet. We display 21 in 2 separate locations. Are you understanding this statement? This doesn't sound like an apology statement. This sounds like an explanation statement. Then, the temporary wall sign in question was put in place prior to the 2022 season, was never meant to be permanent. Simply another cap tip. We apologize we didn't directly communicate that fact to the Clemente family and to our fans. Did that statement get approved? And where were you back in 22? If you're going to give someone something, here's a little note for you in business or with your kids or in life. Once you give something, even if it's extra, unexpected, only for today, people on the receiving end have a different view. They view it as something they will continue to get on an hourly, weekly, daily, yearly basis. The way to avoid that is when you do something, you call it a one-time we are putting up this sign in 2022 only. Or we are putting up this sign, we're announcing we've added a Roberto Clemente plaque on the outfield wall, but our salespeople are looking to sell that. We want the revenue. You've got to be forthright. Can you imagine putting up some sort of honor and then taking it down because you miscommunicated? Because it was always your intention, so you claim? But then why did the Pirates do a statement with their head of communications and then one day later they do statement number 2? When are people going to learn? Statement 1, statement 2. It's like the cover-up is always worse than the crime. Now they get the president of the Pirates to do a statement the next day. We did not intend to disrespect the legacy of Roberto Clemente by adding advertisement to the pad in right field. When we added the advertisement to the pad, it was an oversight not to keep the number 21 logo. This is ultimately on me, team president talking, not anyone else in the organization. It was an honest mistake. I'm sort of feeling good about the statement because the Pirates seem to be owning it. But then they have diarrhea of the mouth. The statement continues where it lists all of the things that they do for Roberto Clemente. Quote, this is in addition to the many elements throughout the ballpark that honor his legacy, including the fact that the wall is named the Roberto Clemente wall. It's 21 feet tall and has 2 number 21s on it. Oh my God, Pirates. Now what you've done is the old bait switch deflect. I'm sort of sorry, but do people in your life ever do that? I'm sorry, but it's supposed to be I'm sorry, period. I'm sorry, but the old I'm sorry, but that just means you're trying to come up with explanations, trying to make yourself feel better about the PR mess you find yourself in. The Pirates president in statement 2 released an I'm sorry, but statement. All you had to do was say, wow, we screwed that one up. That was a complete mistake. The Clementes know how much we love them. I've spoken with them. I apologized to them before sending out a statement. I called immediately to say, I'm a moron. But still, he said, to end this statement too, we look forward to continuing our relationship with the Clemente family and apologize to them and our fans for our honest mistake. In a statement. And by the way, when you have to put honest before a mistake, that means that we have to look at other mistakes you do and say to ourselves, was that a dishonest mistake? It's like having the verbal tick of saying, to be honest with you, if I'm being honest, blank. Don't ever say that. Eliminate it from your vocabulary, because then people listening look at you and say, wow, you better say that every time you talk or I'll switch off because you're lying. An honest mistake. That means they didn't look at the Roberto Clemente plaque and say, let's just get rid of that and make some money. Which, by the way, wouldn't be the end of the world.